What's up, everybody? I just wanted to come in here and make this quick video talking about how nobody is buying Lost Thunder booster boxes right now. So let's get right into it. So we're on TCG Player, as you guys can see, and I'm looking at the market price history graph right here. And as you guys can see, nobody at all is buying Lost Thunder booster boxes. Like even within the past, month or two, 3 months, you guys can see not a single one sold all throughout April and all throughout May so far. And that's kind of crazy. I just want to make this video and like, what do you guys think about that? Like, is there really like not a lot of interest in Lost Thunder? So, if you guys want to get my opinion, I think that the reason why nobody's buying Lost Thunder is that it's simply too expensive right now. Like, it's almost 1,000 American dollars for a booster box with the cards are not even that good in the box. I think the most expensive is like $100 card, and yeah, nobody's buying them. You guys can see the average daily sold here is nothing. Total sold in 6 months is just two. Let's look at the 6 month graph right here. Yeah, like barely anybody's buying this. Occasionally one or two people. But yeah, not a lot of sellers, or not a lot of sellers and a lot of buyers. Like there's literally no listings either for this box. It's completely off the radar. And I just randomly remembered about Lost Thunder right now, and it's kind of one of those sets that's kind of just like forgotten. Like not a lot of people really remember Lost Thunder. Sun and Moon itself was one of those eras that was like it was a decent, kind of not too popular era for Pokemon. Not a lot of people were really interested in Pokemon cards in the Sun and Moon time. It was kind of falling off a little bit, the hype for Pokemon cards. Then it kind of picked back up in the 2020 and so far now. But back in those days, Sun and Moon days, 2016, 2017, Lost Thunder was one of those sets, and it kind of just forgotten with time right here. Like nobody remembers it. It seems like, and also one of the things is just it's too expensive. It's really not even worth it. Like the cards right here, I searched up Lost Thunder, and you guys can see some of the hits here and some of the main chase cards for the set. One of the best cards is only like 187 bucks right now, from the market price. The Lugia GX, Secret Rare Lugia GX. This is one of the best cards in the set. You guys can see here. Yeah, that's like one of the best cards, only 100 bucks. That's not really that great. Usually, if you think of like chase cards or really popular sets that have like really nice cards, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 grand. Talking about like Evolving Skies, for example. There's a Moonbreon and all those cards, and really just like nobody's interested in this. You guys can see some of the other cards here. Yeah, we got some nice full art trainers here, but really like even the secret rares are not that good. And some of these full arts, just trainers, is really just some hyper rares. And 40, 50 bucks is decent when it releases, but now like over 7, 8 years later, whatever it may be, only $100 chase card is not that good. And it's not just the booster boxes either, guys. If you look at some of the the ETBs here, like literally nobody's buying the ETBs either. You guys can see, zero items sold within 3 months. In 6 months, only 18. That's really, really low. For ETBs especially. ETBs are obviously cheaper. These are kind of like what people hold in their collections. And yeah, people collecting ETBs, so usually they sell more, which is why there's 18 sold. But yeah, guys, what do you think of this situation here? If you look at eBay as well, like you guys can see here, we have Lost Thunder booster boxes, and there's barely any sold within the past few months here. There's occasionally like 2 grand Canadian is just insane. Occasionally you'll find a couple sellers here, sold 27th of May, but really it's not a lot. A couple maybe in the past few weeks or past few months, you know, maybe a lot in April, but yeah, there's not really too much hype for the set, and I think not a lot of people remember the set. I don't even remember it, to be honest with you. And even the ETBs as well, like there's not a lot here. And 600 bucks for an ETB is crazy. I wouldn't pay 600 with chase cards like Lugia GX, which is not necessarily a bad card, but yeah, like even the cards main chase card right here, not even a lot of people are buying it. Zero items sold in the past few months. This is like a completely dead set. Lugia is a very popular Pokemon too. It's not like it's just like some random card. Lugias are extremely popular, and still, zero items sold, zero items sold. And it's like that for most of the Lost Thunder products. You guys can see here. So in terms of an investment standpoint, definitely hold on to it because it'll hold the price. The price will hold, but don't open it. Like if you're willing to buy it and like you want to open it, don't open these cards. You're not gonna pull much. You're just gonna lose money. You're basically just guaranteed to lose money because even the chase card is only 100 bucks. Even maybe a PSA 10 might make your money back, but you guys can see some of these eBay prices. 2 grand is kind of crazy for a booster box with $100 chase card. So I don't know, maybe that's just my opinion, but even the booster packs, the sleeved packs here, like even the packs, nobody's buying. 150 bucks for a sleeved booster pack is crazy too. But yeah, even nobody even wants those. Like there's still zero items. It's like that for basically everything. So yeah, what do you guys think about that? Lost Thunder is kind of lost through time, to be honest with you. Nobody's buying these boxes, nobody's buying these ETBs, and it's most likely because the chase card is just like kind of irrelevant. Like $100 chase card for a 2 grand booster box is insane. So in terms of investment standpoint, hold it if you have it. Don't buy it right now though. You if you're planning on just holding it, then maybe, I guess. But if you're planning on opening it or doing anything else with it, I do not recommend it. But yeah, some of these other cards here, only 30, 40, $50 cards for 2 grand box is kind of insane. Even the ETBs are even, you're not even gonna make your money back even if you pull the chase card in the ETB. So that's how insane it is. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you guys think Lost Thunder might make a comeback? And let me know in the comments below and like the video. And thanks for watching.